Welcome. Um, Alera and I were trying to consider how we could change our outfit to something gold, but the producers were not ready for us because we're discussing 50 years of the University of Lagos. The Alumni Association is celebrating the 50th year of establishment and activities are already in top gear. So we wanted to wear gold so that we could celebrate with them because Alera and I will not be there. We're not.
Well, that's alumni.
We're not alumni, so hey, but we're here to celebrate. So, the university, which prides itself as the university of first choice and the nation's pride, has some of its alumni executives, and they're here to give us more details, what the plan is, how they're going to go about it. So let me start on my far left. I have Dr. Farsi, who's the national vice president.
My pleasure.
Beside him is
Would
Mr.
you please
Emel
call
Ford.
his full name?
Dr. Farsi Yusuf.
Thank you.
National Vice President.
Yeah, because myself and Alera will come a long way.
Okay.
We forgot October.
Oh, sorry. Which one first? Otumba or Doctor first? Which one should go first? Otumba, Dr. Farsi Yusuf. Okay, beside him is Mr. Emel Fort, Chairman, Publicity Subcommittee. Welcome.
Thank you.
And on my immediate right, I have Mrs. Regina Obodo, who's the National Public Relations Officer. And beside her is Dr. Waid Olagunju, Chairman, Program Subcommittee, 50th Anniversary Organizing Committee.
My pleasure. Thank you for having
Welcome.
Heavyweights.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Heavyweights.
Alero, can we leave the set? Let them know.
Yes, we should go on.
Okay.
These are that guys. Yeah, hosting today.
Okay. Let me start.
Broadcasters.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start with Dr. Olagunju. You're the chairman of the subcommittee organizing this anniversary. So tell us what's in the works.
Well, we started yesterday with the Jubilee service at the University of Lagos. And tomorrow, there will be a church service at the chapel at the University of Lagos. And during the week, the high point during the week is on Thursday, that is the 24th of October. From 1 o'clock till about 7 o'clock, we have two sessions. The first session will be a roundtable on the creative industry. Bola Leosti Peters, who's arguably one of Nigeria's best in her field, she's done quite well domestically and internationally. She will be making a wonderful presentation. And her presentation will be discussed by a panel of creative industry entrepreneurs, including Diola Sego, Helen Paul, Tony Abraham, and Braimo, an artist. And I think there's also Dubemi, who will also be on that panel. So they'll be on between 1 and 3. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Dr. Kande Yumkela, the former Director General of the United Nations Industrial Organization, UNIDO, who was also one time Under Secretary General of the UN on Sustainable Energy for All, will be delivering a lecture, the Golden Jubilee lecture, on how Nigeria can achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2020. There will also be a panel discussion after his presentation. And that session will be led by no other person than the senior special assistant to the president on SDGs, Mrs. Adejoke Adefulure, the former deputy governor of Lagos State. On that panel, we'll also have Dr. Bismarck Riwane, as well as Dr. Of course, he's a reputable, renowned economist. And Ndidi Edozian, she's also a development specialist. Currently, she's group chief for sustainability and governance at the Dangote Group. And you may not know, Alhaji Aliko Dangote is the chairman of the Sustainable Development Center for Africa, based in Kigali. He co-chairs that center along with Paul Kagame. So Ndidi Edozian is a member of that team. So we're expecting them to come up with a robust discussion on that day. On Friday, there'll be a tour of the campus. Some of us left the university 40, 30 years ago. It has changed a lot. So we'll go around and see the new developments that have taken place over the decades.
And how you can help.
Of course, yes. We have been helping and we will be helping more. Because at this level, most of us are giving back to society now. The society has done quite a lot for us, particularly the University of Lagos. So we'll reminisce in the course of this program. The peak will be on Saturday. We're going to have our awards and gala night at the Lagos Continental Hotel. the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is one of the proud alumni members, will be special guest of honor. Others will include the Speaker of the House of Representatives, namely governors and ministers, as well as captains of industry will also be there. And we'll be honoring some of our distinguished alumni members.
Alera and I are just like, okay, all of this. I mean, would there be enough time for everything I've just outlined here? But let me bring it over to Dr. Yusuf. Now, the national president, Dr. John Momo, was quoted as saying that it's no mean feat that the school's celebrating 50 years.
Yes.
And then he says that it's also a good thing that the vision of the founding fathers is being actualized. Now, 40, 50 years, a lot of people have passed through the university, but I want you to think about how you're going to couch this thing to talk about why anybody should be looking forward to this 50 years, and after that, you think about it and we'll answer everyone will come back from this break.
Okay.
Join us again. We're still talking about the 50th anniversary of the Alumni Association at the University of Lagos. Now, the national president worldwide, Dr. John Momo, again, I'm bringing it to you, Dr. Yusuf, says that it's no mean feat that the association is 50. And then it's also a good thing to celebrate because the visions of the founding fathers are being actualized. Now, in that 50 years or thereabout, a lot of people have come through. What would you say it's been like? And then what would you say is the way forward for the future?
Well, if the world over, if you talk about Alumni Association, they represent the image of that institution. And the products are such that any society will want to associate with the institution. So when you come back nearer home, the University of Lagos Alumni Association has been a partner in progress. It has been able to weather storms and it's now become an integral part of the university. And it's one of the unique selling points of the university. If you talk about those that have been opportune to lead the association, down to where we are now with John Momo as the president, it's been a lot of a journey that is bringing a lot of progress, development, and advancement to the university. The university has produced a number of distinguished Nigerians. And to the extent that right now, an alumnus of the university is the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have about 7 governors there from University of Lagos, currently in this political dispensation. 7? Yes. We have the Speaker of the House of Representatives, being an alumnus of the University of Lagos. You have many ministers, many ministers too numerous to count. And your chairman went to University of Lagos. And I had the PRO. Yes. And without that training, there won't be channels, TV. Yes. So it goes to show that University of Lagos is first among equal in Nigeria.
We agree with you, Dr. Fassi.
You know that University of Lagos is the nation's pride, is the university of first choice. And that is why it's oversubscribed. It's the most subscribed university in Africa. Okay. And from what we are doing, in collaboration with the university management and the council, we are taking University of Lagos to be among the first 5 in Africa within the next 5 years. Okay. And you can see that a lot of changes have been taking place.
Okay. Where is it at now?
Now, we're in Africa, maybe about 99 or something. 99 or 98.
In Africa?
In Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me...
Actually, it's been rated as recently.
Yes. The recent rating. But within the next 5 years, you can see what's been happening, the transformation.
Okay. The Alumni Association is very ambitious.
Yes. And again, I also tell you that from a little seed, now we have become that giant
oak tree.
We have a secretariat, a 4-story complex. And now it's coming up again pretty soon. Kosi, one of our partners. So I don't want to mention the name so that you don't charge them for advertisement.
Okay.
Yes. And we're doing a lot, and everybody decided to key that we're able to bring Wahid from his shell. It's also a plus for the association. And it's because they are seeing the changes, and everybody wants to be part of the transformation.
Yes.
Mrs. Obodo, he reeled out a lot of achievements. He reeled out some of the names of people that have passed through the association. And I also see here that you also have the highest number of senior advocates of Nigeria.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's something that's quite exciting. How much of inspiration would you say the alumni, the association, how much of inspiration is it bringing to the students?
Oh, so much. Well, we've done so much in this. So of course, we know the millennials need some more exposure. I mean, to know what exactly is happening within and outside the university. We've taken advantage of the social media platforms. We're already making them involved in the activities. When you go to the Facebook, you go to Instagram, you go to LinkedIn, you come back to even our WhatsApp group, you find out that they are getting more engaged. They're proud. You drop comments. We have weekly, topics that would just get them engaged. We have the 3 things Tuesday. We have the Monday motivation. We have on Wednesday. We bring a lot of things to, to bridge the gap between the old and the new so that they will not feel left out. And so that when we move out, we will know that there are some other people that would come up. So we're not just there up there looking at them, doing something, not getting them involved. So everyone's hand is on deck, especially with this celebration that we're already taking off.
Okay, interesting. Mr. Alford, now, Dr. Lagunju talked about the plans, all the things that are lined up. And I know that as far as regards the planning and execution, that looks to be in your forte. So tell us, with all those things is lined up, is there enough time for everything? And who are you expecting?
I think one of the things that we needed to do was to sell the event, brand the event. UNILAG itself is a brand on its own. So all you needed to do was to celebrate this brand and this global giant brand, as you know. So we decided to start creating some publicity here, in form of some outdoors, so that when you see it, you know that that is University of Lagos alumni. Something's about to happen. So a lot of things is happening because he's the chairman of the program. He will be in a better position to let the cat out of the bag.
Mr. Alford.
Yes.
All this is happening because you have communications people at the helm of affairs. True or false? Dr. Yusuf, Dr. Momo, Dr. Lagunju, they're all communications people. So they know the value of communicating.
And himself too.
The importance of this brand that you call UNILAG Alumni.
Yeah, because when you have a good brand, it's easier to sell. And then when you have quality leadership, and this quality leadership now has influence, integrity, character that has been sustained for a period of long time and it has been associated and identified with, it's easier for you to follow because leadership is about influence. If not for the leadership of Dr. John Momo today, what business do I have with University of Lagos alumni? But because of the quality of leadership, and also how to also
so
pay back.
You were one of those that ran away.
Yeah, well,
okay, we're running out of time. So Lagunju. Okay, so I asked that question about the time to, fit in all of that you've laid out, but also who are you expecting?
We have the time, and talking about timeliness, the theme for the celebration is driving Nigeria's sustainable development agenda. The association is making itself very, very relevant because we realize that Nigeria needs help developmentally.
Driving Nigeria's
sustainable development agenda. That is the theme for the celebration. And that's why the lecture and the sustain and the creative illustration have to do with the Sustainable Development Goals. Because this is a tested strategy adopted globally for us to get out of poverty by 2030. And that tallies with the president's vision of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty over the next 10 years. No government can do this alone, national or subnational. Other development partners, all stakeholders, all hands must be on deck, including the private sector, community-based organizations, non-development organizations, as well as our international development partners. So we are working together with all of them to ensure that we catalyze Nigeria's development. There is no waiting. Between now and 2030, between now and 2050, we must all work hard to ensure that we at least quadruple Nigeria's GDP from about 420 billion now to about 1.6 trillion between now and 2050. Because that's the only way we can ensure high living standards for about 450 million Nigerians. That's what our population is projecting. We need to draw this to the attention of our people, that, government cannot do everything, but the private sector has to be in the driving seat. And it's only the private sector that can ensure that, of course, government providing the enabling environment. And that's why on the round table, we're having people from government and private sector. And of course, Dr. Kande Yimkela, he's seen it all. Former DG of UNIDO, former minister in Sierra Leone. In fact, he used to be head of UNIDO in Nigeria and West Africa. So he knows Nigeria very well. Okay. And in fact, he believes more in Nigeria than some more Nigerians. He's very passionate about Nigeria.
Okay, so as we wind down...
Just to tell you that you have a social responsibility and social responsiveness.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to add.
Okay.
I actually wanted to add that the alumni isn't doing things aloof. It knows that the society needs to be given back to. And that's what exactly we're doing. And we're taking that theme strategically because we know where Nigeria should be in the next few years.
And University of Lagos is ready to drive that process.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a call to all alumni of the University of Lagos.
So those who have been sitting on the fence.
That they should come back like
to jump in, not to come back.
To jump back like myself.
He's jumped in. He's already in.
Okay. All right. So you said on Sunday?
Tomorrow.
The church service.
Then on Thursday, from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 2 sessions, the creative industry session between 1 and 3, and then 3 to 6. Session. Exactly. And then 3 to 6 is Dr. Kande Yimkela's lecture.
Okay, that's Thursday.
At the University of Lagos, yes.
At the University of Lagos.
Then on Saturday...
On Friday, too, we have the tour.
That's the campus
Friday
tour.
is the tour.
Homecoming.
Homecoming
Okay.
Friday.
What's the plan? What are you guys going to be wearing for the tour?
Now, we're coming in our jeans, T-shirts.
You see, in University of Lagos, I say freedom to dress decently, appropriately. And we're not going to say that we wear this particular stuff. If Ankara fits you like my sister here, it's done in such a way that she's making her look under 30.
Thank you.
Whatever 21.
And if you decide to be the way you are with your literature Gary cap, you're welcome.
Okay.
And that is now add a little bit concerning the tour. The intention
No,
is to...
for performance.
Show and performance.
Yeah.
For
Creativity.
Exactly.
Yes,
For
that's it.
creativity.
So we want to make sure that our members kind of have some nostalgic feelings. Lagoon front, the Senate building. Some of them have left and they had... If you ask them where is the direction, they don't know. And there are some other developments, projects that have been done that they don't know.
And
so we want them to come and have a look at
it.
Administration. Yes, exactly.
Management.
Okay. All right. We look forward to Golden Jubilee 50th.
And you're invited. Alera is also invited.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And the chairman of council is also an alumni, Dr. Babalaki.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
also alumni.
All right. Alera, we'll get ready and go.
She must be there. She's
Which
my
one are we,
sister.
is it the gala or the tour? Which one are we coming for?
Both.
Choose.
All.
Or everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't be surprised she starts off a postgraduate program.
Yes.
I could
No,
see
I
her,
want to refresh some
She
deficiencies.
wants to be an alumni too.
Some deficiencies my sister has. By
Yeah, by
attending
going to
those
university.
other universities.
Yes.
You can turn off a doctorate program.
I was in UNILAG for 1 month.
No, you can
You
come back.
come
You
up
can
with
come
doctorate.
back.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Come up with doctorate.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Fasi Yusuf, National Vice President.
Thank you.
Mr. Ime Ufo, Chairman, Publicity Subcommittee.
Thank you.
Dr. Waido Lagodu, Chairman, Program Subcommittee, 50th Anniversary Organizing Committee.
Thank you.
And Mrs. Regina Ogbodo, who's the National Public Relations Officer. Thank you all for sharing your
Thank
thoughts
you.
with us.
Thank you.
And we wish you
Congratulations.
Thank you.
fantastic
you all the best.
celebration.
Great Akokite.
Great.
Greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest.
Great.
Come for sure.
So, guys, we'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.